New memory work. Timeline and map.
Timeline. Japan's Heian period. So we just do the shape of the long islands of Japan. Japan's Heian period. Charlemagne crowned. So you just act like you're putting a crown on your head. Charlemagne crowned Emperor of Europe. So you make an ASL-E for Europe. Alfred the Great of England. This is the ASL sign for great. So we do an A and then great. Eric the Red and Leif Erikson. This is the ASL sign for red. You just brush your lips twice with your finger. And then Leif Erikson was his son, so we just do the sign for baby. Eric the Red and Leif Erikson. Norse explorers. Vladimir, so ASL sign for V. Vladimir the First of Kiev. So we do V, number 1, and then ASL K, which is the 2 fingers with your thumb in the middle. Vladimir the First of Kiev. Byzantine, so ASL B. Byzantine Emperor. Basil, go back up to your B. So you do the sign for Emperor, back up to an ASL B, and the second. Make sure to wiggle your fingers so it doesn't look like an ASL V. So wiggle them to show second. Byzantine Emperor, Basil the Second. East, West schism of the church. So you got the both sides, the East, the West, and then it's split. And all together, looks like this. Japan's Heian period. Charlemagne crowned Emperor of Europe. Alfred the Great of England. Eric the Red and Leif Erikson. Norse explorers. Vladimir the First of Kiev. Byzantine Emperor Basil the Second. East-West schism of the church. Okay. Then we roll the dice, do what it says, and do it again. Do it that many times, or as many times as we can in our 4 minutes. Math. Skip counting the squares. So these are going to be 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4. We would run through that really quick.
3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16, 5 times 5 is 25, 6 times 6 is 36, 7 times 7 is 49, 8 times 8 is 64, 9 times 9 is 81, 10 times 10 is 100, 11 times 11 is 121, 12 times 12 is 144, 13 times 13 is 169, 14 times 14, 196, 15 times 15, 225.
So after we run through the multiplication problems, then we would sing it, and I would encourage everyone to sing it like a country singer, country western singer, just for a fun, different way to do it. So 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, 144, 169, 196, 225. 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, 144, 169, 196, 225. And then after we went through it and sang it in our country western singing voices, because they're squares, we would review the multiplication problems with a game called Pull the Square. It's very simple. You get a thing of Post-it sticky notes that are square, and kids take turns coming up, and they would pull it and answer the question on the back. 4 times 4. And they would say 4 times 4 is 16. Then somebody else would come up and pull it. 1 times 1. 1 times 1 is 1. You get the idea, and they would just keep doing it. So they'd come up and pull a square and then answer the multiplication problem. And that was what math would look
English.
like.
Demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative. Sounds like it has the word monster in it.
Demonstrative.
Pronouns. This, that, these, those.
Demonstrative.
Pronouns. Stand alone. Demonstrative pronouns. This, that, these, those. Demonstrative pronouns. Stand alone. Make this a little bit funner once we have the basic chant down. I'm going to have all the kids do some kind of a monsterish pose. They can take turns coming up here and chanting it in their monster type voice. Someone might come up and do
Monstrative pronouns. This, that, these, those. Monstrative pronouns. Stand alone.
and somebody else might come up and do something like it just kind of makes it fun. They'll come up and do it in their weird voices, but we'll chant through this and they'll take turns like that, making it fun and silly. One more time.
Demonstrative pronouns. This, that, these, those. Demonstrative pronouns. Stand
So
alone.
that's our chant, and that's how we'll make it fun, and everyone will take turns. And that's English. History. Tell me about the history of Russia. So after recording, editing, working on this video, when I was in the middle of uploading it to YouTube, I realized that I made a mistake. It's a small mistake, but a significant one. The year at the end of the history sentence is not 1800s, it's 1700s, and I had it written on my board as 1800s and saying it that way. Probably from week 9's history sentence, I had that year in my head. So I am going to redo it with the correct year. So this one is sung, and we're going to do hand motions also. We're going to start with 900s, 1500s, 1700s. 900s, 1500s, 1700s. Valdemar the First, so we're going to do it ASLV and then on number 1. Valdemar the First brought Christianity to Russia in the 900s. In the 1500s, Tsar Ivan the Terrible. And sign language of this is actually mad or angry. So we're just going to turn our 5 from 1500s around and do that sign for terrible. 1500s, Tsar Ivan the Terrible unified Russia. Peter the Great, and we're just going to go like this for just the regular great. Peter the Great and Catherine the Great expanded, so we're just going to expand our arms, expanded and westernized, we're just going to move it over to the west, Russia in the 1700s. And we're just going to throw up our 7 at the end. Vladimir the First brought Christianity to Russia in the 900s. In the 1500s, Tsar Ivan the Terrible unified Russia. Peter the Great and Catherine the Great expanded and westernized Russia in the 1700s. 900s, 1500s, 1700s.
900s, 1500s, 1700s. 900s, 1500s, 1700s. Vladimir the First brought Christianity to Russia in the 900s. In the 1500s, Tsar Ivan the Terrible unified Russia. Peter the Great and Catherine the Great expanded and westernized Russia in the 1700s. 900s, 1500s, 1700s.
With my bell chiming behind me being very loud. Okay, Latin. First conjugation endings, pluperfect tense. This is the same as last week. We're gonna go pilu. It stinks in here. I need some air. Arum, eris, erat. Aramus, eratus, erant. First conjugation, pluperfect tense.
Eris, erat. Aramus, eratus, erant. First conjugation, pluperfect tense.
We're going to use lamp, pass it around. Everyone's going to take turns with it. Science. What are the names of the planets? The names of the planets are
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune.
This is put to the tune of He holds the whole world in his hands. So, what are the names of the planets? The names of the planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. through that a few times, and everyone will take turns using Bob for that, but everyone will sing, and then at the end I will point out the first letter of every name was underlined. My very excellent mother just served us noodles.
My very excellent mother just served us noodles. The names of the planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
That's science geography. Southwest Asia. I got this song from CC Happy Mom, and I will link her video in the description. So we'll sing through this, we'll show it on a map, and use hand motions. So, Southwest Asia, India. We'll put our hand out like this because the way that India is shaped on the map does kind of look like a hand sticking out like this. So, India, Calcutta, because Calcutta is in India, around this area. India, Calcutta, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Arabian Sea. There's India, Calcutta, and then right up against India is Pakistan. So that's why we do this, and then Pakistan is right up against India. Afghanistan is right up against Pakistan, and then the Arabian Sea. So Southwest Asia, India, Calcutta, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Arabian Sea. And this is what it looks like on the map.
Southwest Asia, India, Calcutta, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Arabian Sea.
And that's week 10. I hope that helps.
I just lost my place. Peter the Great and Catherine the Great. Vladimir the First brought Christianity to Russia in the 900s. Whoop, try that again.
No, I need to do this.